Next, we're going to study about how do parents' education and earnings related to their children's earnings. Okay, this equation number 2. Okay, this is equation number 2 present. Where is it? Here is the children. Okay, earnings of children is function of, okay, A is constant term, and B is, okay, B is coefficient. IT is parent earnings. Okay, and ET plus 1, this bundle is error term. Okay, now we consider that B is coefficient. In this research, they found that B is greater or equal 0 or positive number. Why? Because the parents' earnings should be support the children's earning, right? If parents earning high, okay, increase, they can investment to the children, right? For instance, education, right? If they have more money, they will support by the tuition fee at the level of secondary school, university, master degree, for instance. So if the children, they receive the support by the parents, education could be explained their earnings by the Minsurant equation theory, remember. Okay, so this equation number 2 present that if parents, they have high income, they should support their children in high income in the field. So this is another research that they try to measure generation, grandmother, mother, and children. Okay, 3 generations. This graph shows years. See, notice that grandmother is lowest level year of schooling. See, and next mother, they have a higher year of schooling rather than their mom, right? Grandma. And finally, children or daughter. Okay, the daughter, she has higher year of schooling rather than her mom. Okay, 3 generations. You will predict that then the earning of daughter could be greater than, and mother greater than grandma, right? This research try to explain that what is the factor between generation that they influence to their children. Which generation? Okay, we focus on daughter. We have 4 equations. Okay, 4 equations. The mother education is the dependent variable. Okay, and then equation number 2, children education is dependent. Children's education dependent. Children education is dependent, but they have to plug the independent variable to test the hypothesis that I said. Okay, see the model number 1. Mother's education is related to grandma. Okay, 0.320. Significant at the 0.01 level or 99%, right? 0.3. Okay, grandmom and mother. And children and mother, how much? 0.35. Okay, and then children and grandma, just 0.2. See, mommy have more influence to daughter rather than grandma, right? And if we plug both mother and grandmother and compare the coefficient here, we notice that mother rather than grandmother affected their children. Okay, now it's daughter. Okay, children's education is daughter, for instance. So this final of the result explain that daughter, she have influenced by mother rather than grandmother. So this picture show the generation. You have to consider that which year of birth year that you can identify that you are generation of Gen Z, right? Gen Z, okay? Gen Y is 1981 to 1997. Gen X is 1965 to 1980. And finally, 1946 to 1964 is Gen Baby Boomer. Okay? Gen B, Gen X, Gen Y, and Gen Z. If you read my book, this book will explain that there are some gaps between generations to take care of the children. In terms of Isan community, several family, they have the grandma, grandfather take care of Gen Z, Gen Y, Gen Z. But Gen X go to working outside the province, outside the area. Okay, migration to another province. This is one problem. This one problem of generation gap because the value, the shared value, the personality, the concept, the mindset from baby boomer more different, a lot different from Gen Y and Gen Z. Okay, some household they have a conflict between grandma and grandfather and their niece or the children. Okay, the niece is Lan, right? Second is school. Okay, when the children have 7 years old, when they have 7 years old and upper, they have to go to school, right? In primary school. Okay, primary school. So the schools matter very important. My quiz number 2.5 asks you what are expectations from employers about personal qualification. That's cool. Try to generate the student. Okay, this IQ, EQ, or other. But what is employer expectation? Research paper, you have to review one research paper and writing 2 pages essay including reference. I expect that one of research paper you have to search from the database of Konkan University Library. Okay, which skill? Okay, these are the same. Expectation about skill are important between cognitive or non-cognitive skill. Cognitive is IQ, non-cognitive is EQ, and related to personality. And then firm. After they graduate from school, from university already, then all of you have to apply to the firm. Okay, the firm, they have a responsibility to generate all of skill, those expectations from the firm. Okay, we can separate the training. Okay, firm have to train. We can separate the training into 2 types. First one is general training. What is it? Another one is specific training. Okay, in general, we have to know that why training matters. Because Okay, look at this graph. The earning is y, okay, axis, and age is x-axis. If one guy, they do not train anything, earnings are constant, okay? But if they change their mind to invest to themselves about training or education something, so the earning function or earning graph at beginning is below when we comparable to untrained, right? Because this is the cost, right? Cost that they have to pay for. And then when they finish or graduate from the training, see, their earning will be higher, okay? I mean, the T-prime train is the exactly money that they pay for the training, okay? At that, use this if they're going to train, right? If they're going to train, they have to pay for the training with the direct cost, okay? Direct cost, we show the cost of training. But another, okay, this is, and the blue square here is indirect. Why? Indirect cost or opportunity cost. When, okay, we have two guys, this Mr. A and this is Mr. B. While Mr. B training, Mr. A, they gain the money, right? They have a wage at level of you train, untrained. So this money we call, this is indirect cost that Mr. B cannot receive the money because Mr. B going to the training. But if Mr. B graduate, income of Mr. B higher at this point, okay, higher at this point, it's very high, right? And constant for a long time. So the S-curve of T total is the average from the T prime and U, okay, T prime and U. So we can see the S-curve again. You see the S-curve again by the trained and untrained, okay? In general, we have to develop yourself, right? Try to make more some knowledge, make more some specific skill, for instance, okay? Why? Because we expect high of money or higher earning. This is a general training equation. And we see that the W is wage equal to MPL multiplied by PX or MRP, okay, MRPL, where wage stand for the W and MP is marginal product, P is price of QX, and after training, we have to see that the wage from training less than wage from untrained. Why? Because training, we can use this skill to another firm, like typing, like document management, like Word, Excel, PowerPoint. For instance, this is a general skill that used in every firm. So the labor should pay for themselves to have this skill, right? To have this skill, and while they go to train, the wage at the training period could be less than untrained. So wage after training is wage before training. But on the other hand, specific training. This specific training is the demanding from the firm. Firm said that all of you, if you need to do or working here, you have to have a specific skill, and the firm have responsibility to pay for your training cost. Okay, after training you will get more of earning. Okay, because this is a specific skill that you can use this skill in this organization only. You cannot use this skill to with another organization. Okay, like the NASA organization. NASA organization is very specific skill. So NASA have to invest the organization cost to their staff to train. Okay, and have a promotion to their staff that they have skill already. So quiz number 2.6, who is responsible for employee specific training and general training? Explain. Okay, I said that you will submit on number 1, number 2. Okay, time allocation is 7 October. In quiz number 2.1 until 2.6, 2 and 4 September.